Brother, you were talking about how you were in a daze. Yeah. But that one fight which you had such a big injury and you said, man, I may not be able to walk again or move again, or I may not be able to fight again. That happens with everyone. Especially must have happened with you too.
Is a very dangerous sport, and sometimes I look back and think, before you walk into a ring, this could be the last fight I ever have.
I have a man who is made for Bollywood films, though he is a two-time world champion, Olympic silver medalist. He's obviously a man who's humanitarian as well, but look at him. He's born for Bollywood. Amir Khan, round of applause. Come on, clap for yourself, man.
Clap for myself. It's funny because I know there's another Bollywood superstar, which is Amir Khan as well. So imagine two Amir Khans in Bollywood would be crazy, huh?
Yeah, man, but I have to tell you, hasn't people walked up to you and said, Amir, get into movies because you're such a good-looking man? And I hate to say that because I'm jealous of you.
To be honest with you, I never think I'll, being good-looking as a fighter. But I have been asked a few times to be in Bollywood movies, even Hollywood movies as well. They've asked me to do like small cameos and be involved in it somehow. But to be honest with you, I'm just focusing on my boxing at the moment. Another 2-3 years in boxing, and then I'm a free man. Then I can go into movies or do some Bollywood cameos or Hollywood cameos. At the moment, I need to focus on boxing because one little mistake, then they'll blame me. They'll say, oh, you were distracted by the movies, you were distracted by this and that. So I'd rather keep.
Tell me, you started competitive boxing at 11. Yeah. At 11, I did not know how to go to the toilet alone. I didn't know how to pee alone. And you started that. How did that happen, man?
At the age of 8, I went to the boxing club for the first time. And then my first fight happened at the age of 11. And, I was just born as a young fighter that just was never scared of anyone. Was just one of them tough kids. I used to always fight in the streets. Used to always get into trouble in school and everything. And my parents said to me, yo, we can't take this no more. We're going to take you to a boxing club. Now, thinking about it, people would think that going to a boxing club would make me more violent. But guess what? It didn't. It made me change. It disciplined me so much that I stopped fighting in school, stopped fighting on the streets, started boxing only in the gym. My energy levels were so low then because I diverted all my energy into hard work boxing. And now I am just a normal guy.
You have had the greatest of fights. You're out there, you're one of the finest boxers the world has seen. What has been that one fight of yours which you says, man, this was that fight that I'll never forget?
It was, I had a fight against a guy called Marcus Maidana. Marcus Maidana is a fighter that was knocking everyone out. I mean, talk about beating people on points like we see in SBL. But this guy was putting people to sleep. Boom, one guy sleeping, another guy, boom, this guy knocked that guy. And I'm watching videos of this guy thinking, my next fight is going to be against him. And they go, yeah, you have to fight him because he's mandatory for your title. I had a world title at the time. So I'm like, what if I don't fight him? Well, if you don't fight him, then we're going to take off the title off you. And it's quite embarrassing if they just take the title away from you because then you'll be known as a soft guy who didn't want to be in a tough fight. So I said, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take this fight. And I took it. And that fight, bro, was such an epical fight that it got the best fight of the year in the whole world.
Of course.
This was like a Rocky movie, but being in a real ring and getting punches. And I won the fight and everything. It was probably one of my best performances.
Brother, you were talking about how you were in a daze. Yeah. But that one fight which you had such a big injury and you said, man, I may not be able to walk again or move again, or I may not be able to fight again. That happens with everyone. Especially must have happened with you too.
Yeah, definitely. We live in a sport and take part in a sport which is very dangerous. One punch can not only change, you don't only lose, but you can change your life. It can never make you walk again. It can paralyze you. It can hurt you. You're physically going into a ring and the gloves are so small that we wear that you can feel your knuckle right through the glove and it's just very dangerous. This sport of boxing is a very dangerous sport, and sometimes I look back and think, wow, before you walk into a ring, this could be the last fight I ever have.
My God, yeah.
But the thing is, we are programmed so differently. We are so we have to be crazy to a certain extent. We have to be a bit mad and wild because for us to say it's fine, we're going to go in that ring and we're going to have war.
So tell me, what is that one injury? Is anything coming to your head?
That one injury, but the biggest injury is I've been quite lucky injury-wise because boxing is a tough sport where you can break your jaw, you can, I've had a perforated eardrum, I got punched in the side of the ear.
So now you can hear me while I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Sorry. What was no, my ear was okay, but like I broke my hand. If you look at my hand,
Look at that. I can see it. This is gruesome.
so this is I've had like 7 screws in there. I have 7 screws in there. They took some bone from my hip. If you look at my hip, you'll see another scar there.
I am seeing his wounds right
Another
now.
one as well. I got another one here.
He's
as well.
actually showing it to us. My God, I can see that.
So these are the scars, bro, that you have. Like even on top of my eye, you see another cut on top of my eye. That's from a fight. I mean, this is a brutal sport, bro.
You are a Terminator anyways. Tell me, what if tomorrow she wakes up and says, you know, Papa, I'm going to be a boxer. Are you going to be like your parents saying, go easy, it's okay, stay away, there's better things in life, huh?
I don't want to see my kids in boxing because it's not only in the ring that is hard. It's more outside the ring, like the training, waking up early hours in the morning, being away from your family. It's not easy, bro. I mean, you know what it's like. Look, you have a little girl yourself. I bet you've been a couple of days and you've not seen her now.
No, I'm damn tough, man. Your heart hurts.
Yes, exactly. So, but luckily nowadays we have great technology where we can FaceTime them or we can see their face and stuff. But imagine we didn't have that, we'd be in bits, won't we?
But tell me, that defeat, we all have one defeat which says, I want to fight again. I want to do that again. I want to do that again. Which is that one fight which you say, I want to go back in the ring again and blast this guy out of the ring?
I had this fight. It's for the unification undisputed title of in the light welterweight division against a boxer called Danny Garcia. I used to watch his fights, think this guy. I can't believe I'm fighting this guy, but this guy's gonna be so easy. Then I went into the ring and I was winning the fight so easily. He was cut by both his eyes were cut in the 5th round, and I got caught with a left hook. He wasn't even looking at the hook when he threw the hook, and he caught me right on the side, around my temple and on the side of my neck. It's the worst place to be hit because they say your nerves and everything. And I got up from the floor. He put me down. I got up, but I just didn't recover from the knock. I mean, he just kept putting the pressure on me, and I got caught with another big shot. Then another big shot that I was on my feet when the referee said, "Look, you know, you showed too much heart, but this is bad for," which might be a good thing. He stopped the fight because with me, I would have fought till the end.
Yeah.
Now, that would have punished my body so much, and it would have played big effect that I could never come back in boxing again and I will never be the same fighter. But that's a fight that I really, really want because I know I made the mistakes I made. I know not to make them again, and also just to be the better fighter I am.
Does that come in your dreams at times? And you say, it does?
All the time, but I always remember that fight, man. I always think, what the hell was I thinking? Honestly, that's why the one fight I really want, and like, why I hate it even more was because his dad was so vocal, like his dad was, oh, you're never gonna beat my son, and he's like so like typical American like accent he had, and he was so aggressive and everything. I mean, I know he sells the fight, but he got me so angry, and I think that's one of the reasons where I lost my game plan, and I said I'm gonna go for the knockout. And see, when you go for a knockout, you sometimes get knocked out yourself because you're open, you're wild, and you're not thinking.
How long does it take you to recover from a gruesome fight?
1 week.
1 week, and you're raring again, huh?
About 2 days, then I'm raving again. Sometimes I come out of a fight and think, oh, that was okay, I can fight again.
So Amir, what do you think of me as a host?
I think Siddharth is a great host. He's amazing. He's good at what he does. You lift the crowd up like crazy. Honestly, I might use you for my next fight, let alone you working for Super Fight League and Super Boxing League. But look, this week was amazing because you was going around, lifting the crowd, talking to them, interacting with them. And this is what I love about you, bro. Is not only, you're not one guy that just does his TV work and then you leave. You interact with the crowd, with the fans, and the fans love that because they want to feel special also. So yeah, man, I had so much fun with you being there, and big thank you to you, bro. Make sure you're free around my next fight time.